January the 5th, 2026. Happy New Year to everyone.
Happy New Year.
Welcome to Air2Ground Farms Monday night live stream. We are live from the Ozarks on a beautiful, beautiful January day.
Yeah, my name is Rich.
And I'm Shelly.
Wow. We're going to start tonight with a little bit of a weather brief because, you have to talk about the weather a little bit when you're farming.
Yeah.
And we'll do a farm update, check in with everybody, see who's here.
Yeah.
And then chat just a little bit. Tonight is going to be like no teaching, no real announcements, really just talking through like thoughts and decisions that we're going through right now.
Farming is a lot of decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The work isn't always the hard part, is it?
No, it's not. It is not. Not for me anyway. Did y'all smell the smoke coming out of our ears for the past like 3 or 4 days?
Wow.
Yeah. While we continuously do a annual kind of year-end review and beginning of the new year. We talked about intentions and stuff last week, setting goals. And then for the past days, we've been just kind of had our heads down and thinking about all the different enterprises and what we've got going on here.
Yeah.
So your weather brief?
Yeah, it has warmed up, gotten cold. Today was a little bit warmer again. There was ice when we got up this morning, but then it warmed up. So we're sort of in that hot, cold sort of time. I think we're above freezing now for a few days.
Yeah.
There is some rain towards, I don't know, like the end of the week this week. We might get some rain and then some cool weather after that.
Cool.
That's pretty much it. It's not
covers
it. Hasn't been terrible as far
Nothing
as the
super
weather goes.
extreme. No.
We got a little bit of rain the other day, but just barely enough to settle the dust.
Yeah.
Quite a bit less rain than what we normally have by this time in the winter.
We had a really good New Year's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Did you guys have a good New Year's? Do anything special? Go out, having some party time or champagne or something, we don't because we just like to stay home. But we did watch the ball drop twice because we really enjoy New York and the East Coast and watching the ball drop. But we're in the Central Time Zone, so we watched it at 11 p.m. Had some champagne with the New York people, and then played some games for about an hour with the kids, and then we counted down to midnight here.
Yep.
So we kind of did a little bit of a twofer.
Yeah, for sure.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, playing games with the kids was fun.
Yeah, farm updates this week. There hasn't been a whole lot of new things. It is wintertime, and that is a time for things to slow down a bit on the farm. Mm-hmm. So wanted to show you an update of our dairy calf, Nick, that Michaela named Nick. First, I'll show you the mom, Artie. So that's Artie. She's doing great, stuffing her face with hay. She is one of our animals that you never have to call twice to come to dinner.
Nope. She comes a running. She just comes a running.
She is. You don't ever have to worry about
her showing up.
Her showing up. No, she likes her groceries.
She does.
And then this is Nick hanging out in the little stall manger area. He's doing great.
And if you're new and you don't know, he's red. He's half Jersey and half Red Devon. So our main bull bred Artie, and he's a Red Devon. So he's a beef cow, bovine, and we bred him to our Jersey so that she would be bred. We didn't need a Jersey specifically. So to AI her and all of that, we can just put her in with the bull. He gets the job done. She gets bred. We get milk and a calf. It's pretty simple. So that's why he looks how he looks.
Yeah, in the industry, they call it beef on dairy. So you end up with a calf that you can use as beef.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's a boy. So guess what?
We are going to band him soon.
Mm-hmm.
He will become a steer, and he will be in somebody's freezer.
Yeah, for sure. Probably ours.
Probably the stores.
Well,
it
maybe.
might end up in your freezer.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah, and it will be delicious.
Yeah, I think
for
the
sure.
Other big news on the farm this week is we weaned all of the remaining piglets. So this is a pic that Michaela just took this evening of them when she went and and gave them some food. Here's a little bit of a close-up. She couldn't get too close because they're still really skittish. So they are doing really, really well. I don't think the pigs, the breeders, are really in the discussion tonight, are they?
No.
So there's
not a lot of decision to make on them.
Well, so what drove this? We actually, some of this group are a little bit early weaned and some are a little bit late weaned, and that was just based on when they were all born. But we really needed to get the moms away from the babies because we need them to get pregnant now so that we don't have piglets as late in the year as we did this year. So like the decision to wean right now at the beginning of January is based on when we want the fall piglets born,
Right.
so that they're born before it gets cold.
A sow's gestation period is almost 4 months. So it's 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days. It's kind of the going time frame. So essentially 4 months. So we just when do we want them born? And we just back it up.
And really the limiting
easy.
factor for us is we want to stay out of having piglets born in the cold weather as much as possible.
Because, we don't barn them, and so we don't add heat to their life. We've talked to a lot of you guys, y'all know that. They're out, they've got hay to make nests in and things like that, but we just have to have them at the right time of year.
Yeah.
But so we weaned them.
Yeah, so back that all the way up to we got to wean them now that the moms can get bred.
So some of them were plenty old enough to wean, but there were 3 of them out there that were a little younger. There was only 3 because we had the cold snap and all of that. But the 3 of them, they're a little younger, but they were looking portly and big and
they're
healthy.
Nice and they're eating.
They're good. They were already eating food.
Yeah.
And we have Jersey milk. So what we've done is added a little bit extra milk to their fermented feed, and just to give them extra, and they're going to be just fine. Actually, they're going to be better than fine. They're doing great. We don't normally keep them in a pen like you saw, but for weaning them, to keep them away from the moms and stuff, we're keeping them in there for a bit until they go to their designated rotation in the woods, which will start really, really soon. But we want to get them weaned and make sure everybody's good first, so they'll stay in that for now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're doing good. Was that all of the piglet pictures?
Yeah, that was all the piglet pictures.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Cool. Okay, let's see
rest
who
of the
is
farm
here.
really is just sort of humming along.
Yeah, it is. It's winter. Get in a rhythm. You go feed the animals. You make sure everybody's good. They got water. Cool.
Yeah.
Go back in the house.
All right. Who's
here?
Phil checking in saying, happy Monday, everyone. Another sunny, warm day. We ran the numbers on chickens and rabbits. We're going to have to sharpen our pencil and work on our marketing this year.
Feel that, right?
We feel you. That's sort of what we're talking
Part
about.
of the decision
tonight
making,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
And then Mary says, when you wear a coat out to do evening chores on the 5th day of January and you get almost hot.
Yeah.
Not complaining.
No, not complaining.
You, Mary.
Yeah, not complaining.
I'm not complaining.
No.
It's not normal, but
yeah,
I'm okay.
We'll just take it,
Becca checking in saying happy Monday from the top of the hill, and Farmhand Huck saying that it's windy at the top of the hill.
And Becca, in case y'all don't know, Becca and Farmhand Huck both live here on the property. So when she says top of the hill, she means the top of the hill, like our hill, at their place. And Farmhand Huck, he gave himself a new name on YouTube so everybody know who he is. And he's the guy that's making a whole lot of stuff happen around here and out there, hopefully half sweating without a jacket on or with a jacket on.
Right. Susie Q saying it's a full spring week. Just wait. Winter is still going to rear its ugly head.
Oh, for sure. February and March. For sure.
Yeah. Xana checking in on time.
Glad you're here.
Hi. Anna saying good evening to all.
Hey.
Off grid with Marty. Hello, everyone from West Virginia.
Hey,
Marty.
glad you're in the house.
Yeah. Firefox Kitty saying happy New Year from Arizona.
Happy New Year
and
to you.
Angels Homestead checking in from Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Hey, everyone. We have Casey Kendricks. Hello from Western Maryland.
Awesome.
We are having a bit of a January thaw this week.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Hi from Western Maryland. That's awesome. Miss Carol, I want chickens. Hello from Harleysville, Pennsylvania. And I have a new granddaughter in Vermont.
Oh, congratulations.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
That's awesome. Oh, I love babies. I do. That's so fun.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
They are cool. Yeah, congratulations. That's really neat. S. Allen says hello from our winter home in Okeechobee, Florida.
Really? Do I know you? Do you? That's wild. You know, that's where we're from.
So we're from Okeechobee.
Yeah.
Love to hear more.
That's interesting. Do I know you?
Who are you, S. Allen?
Because, yeah, that's literally where we're from.
E. Kim Markham, your mom, saying hello from Okeechobee.
Wow. Okeechobee in the house tonight.
Love seeing my kids on TV.
Aw.
Yeah. Anna saying, wow, I just checked what weather is coming up. By Thursday, upper 70s, low 80s through Sunday.
Whoa. I don't want the 80s right
Good
now.
grief. Lisa checking in saying, hi, Shelley and Rich.
Hey, glad you're here.
Yeah. Santa says, my New Year's was a laugh. I had planned for 3 airline bottles of booze for my evening. Morning showed my age when I woke up to find 2 sealed. Whoops.
Oh, that's
Oh,
funny.
goodness. And Anna had a chuckle.
Oh, that's funny.
Jeannie says, I'm here from Nebraska. Hey, Jeannie.
Hey.
Hooligan saying, wow, people from all over. Hi from
Yes.
Arkansas.
Yeah, we have them from all over.
Hey, y'all. And then we have Old School Nana. Hello from Oklahoma. Warm and windy here today. I believe the windy part for sure.
If you don't know, Old School Nana has her own YouTube channel. She's over there cooking and baking and showing people all the old-timey recipes and featuring her rock schoolhouse that they live in from the 1930s. They used to live in Okeechobee. She's from Oklahoma. They moved back and they bought this old rock schoolhouse. And it's a fantastic little place. And her YouTube channel is just too cute with her over there cooking and showing people how to do stuff and talking about, the history of the place. So make sure to go check that out at the Old School Nana on YouTube. That's his mom, by the way.
Hi, Mom.
Okay. Oh, all right. So we've been sitting with pieces of paper that are acting as whiteboards because he wanted like a whole room of whiteboards, but we don't have that.
I'm used to like operational planning groups in the military, and we would sequester ourselves in rooms just surrounded by whiteboards or glass with dry erase markers, and you're able to dump your brain out onto big boards, and you just try to organize the data as you're brainstorming things. And we don't have that.
Nope.
Really here. So I'm like, man, the only other way I've done it, like if we didn't have whiteboards, we would buy the big flip sheets of poster paper, and that was a little more difficult because now you're flipping back and forth. You can't just see everything. But the closest we could come was legal paper.
Can I interrupt your thought?
Yeah.
You think there was a bunch of people in the Pentagon this past week?
I think there
With
were a bunch of
whiteboards?
people in the Pentagon this past week. That was one thing I did say.
Y'all, it's a little wild watching the news right now. Pardon this, commercial break, but whoa, with the news.
Yeah, I woke up saying, man, if I were still in Checkmate, I'd be at work right now.
Ordering pizza. Do y'all know about the pizza thing? Let me know if you know about how they literally watch the sales of pizza. There's a website. They track it. And when the pizza sales go up in the Pentagon, people start wondering what's going on. And last week the pizza sales went up in the Pentagon. It's true.
Yep.
But you weren't there.
I wasn't.
And I'm glad.
Yeah.
I really am.
Me too.
Yeah. But it's wild to watch. I mean, it's crazy. Okay, we can get back to our little simple life decisions now. Our life's so simple. We just use paper.
There you go.
We're just going to use some paper and be blessed for that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Okay, so all farming is a lot of hard work and it's a lot of back labor and a lot of sweat, but when it really comes down to it, mostly that's the easy part, in my opinion, because so much of it is decisions. And right or wrong, there's a motto around this family, right or wrong, we're going to do something. So you have to make a decision at every single moment in every flippin' enterprise. When are we going to do this? What are we going to do with that? Where are we going to move them? Are we going to keep selling that? Are we going to grow that some more? Are we going to, like, you can't imagine well, you probably can, because a lot of you have homesteads and farms and have run businesses, but that's the process that we're going through. And we told you last week, I have zero intention of like stopping, but do we keep doing everything? Do we plus up? Do we back off? And that's sort of the problem set, I guess. So we're trying to come up with some strategies.
Yeah. Now's a good time to do it because everything is sort of like, for the most part, like, stay right there.
Yeah. You just stand right there.
Everybody, you stay right there. I'll bring you some food. Just like stand there and eat.
Mm-hmm.
And it gives us the opportunity then to like take a moment, step back, look at what we're doing, and are we doing the right things? Should we be doing more or less? Or
Yeah, and it's that time of year where all of the money information comes due, and every single thing, but sharpening your pencil and really figuring out what worked this year, what didn't work this year. But financially, the IRS wants to know, so they force all of us into it.
State of Missouri
farmers
wants to know.
Yeah, farmers are not the best at I've seen reels or videos of farmers with it's time for to do taxes. They go to their truck and it's all on the dashboard, and they're grabbing receipts from between the seat, and we're not like that by any stretch, but it's that time when everything.
I do think I have some gas receipts in my wallet, if you'll remind me.
You have minutes for that.
Okay.
Like minutes. Because it's all going to Kathy before we go on our trip next week. So anyway, it's that time whenever everything starts to reveal itself, and it gives you the opportunity to go, this might have worked, but did it work well enough to continue with it? So, yeah. And not all of the decisions really have like a super clear answer. And sometimes you just got to move out, but we prefer not to shoot blind. We got to make something. We got to do something.
Yeah. So really tonight, you guys, is about, we're just going to talk through some of our thoughts. And I don't know that we've come to hard decisions or conclusions on any of it. We're just wanting to sort of share what we're thinking.
Yeah.
And, like always, love to involve you in the discussion, ask questions. And if we get to none of what we have on our papers, that's quite all right with us.
Yeah.
We're literally, we take this hour of our week to hang out with you guys. So
a lot of you have a lot of experience that we don't have. And even if it's like you were not farmers per se, you have life experiences that are beyond ours. And we value that. So throw out your suggestions or your thoughts as we just semi-ramble, probably.
Yeah. So before we start, we'll grab a couple of comments. There were some thanking you for plug-in Old School Nana. S. Allen says, we arrived in Okeechobee this afternoon and stay at the Big O RV Resort on Route 78 until the end of March. We're from Western New York State, not that other New York. My husband is also a USAF vet.
Oh, thank you for your service. Yeah, I totally know right where that is.
Yep.
Right where you are. That's awesome. We love Okeechobee. It's got a special place in our heart, cool. And hope you enjoy it there too.
Yeah.
It's funny because my parents do the opposite of you. They go north for the summer. They live in Okeechobee, but they go to North Carolina into the Appalachian Mountains and go get out of the heat in the summertime.
Well, they're both traveling north and south, just living
right, exactly.
So Anna says, do you know what product that you have for sale is the highest in profit? Do you do any analysis about what the numbers are saying about what should be cut? Oh, you're just getting into that.
Yes, we
So we can
do.
answer these questions specifically.
Yeah. Yeah, and more analysis is coming in. With it's hard to know whenever you're starting out because you have no data. So you make something, it costs a thing, you set a price based on things that you know, or you think you know, and then you kind of go from there. So when we first started all of this, our prices were far too low, but we're in a very rural area trying to sell a premium product to people who don't even understand what it is. So there was a lot of education that had to go into it. And when we've slowly increased our prices over time to more represent what the product really is and to pay us back. And so over time, we have figured some of that out and gained more data. The store's been open for a year and a half now. So we have numbers.
Yeah.
What is the most?
I think specifically, like what she asked,
The product.
What product that is highest in profit?
Mm-hmm.
If you want to know, like the cut of meat, it would probably either be our fillets from the beef or bacon from the pork.
Yeah, chicken breast also. The high
Chicken
dollar,
breast.
high demand, high dollar, specific, fairly low quantity items we make the highest profit on. We set our prices there to represent what they are.
And the bacon specifically, we just kept raising the price.
We did. We kept selling out.
We couldn't keep bacon in the store, so it would sell out almost immediately when we would get more hogs processed. And so we just kept raising the price until we could keep it in the store for a time.
Yeah, till it leveled out to where
we just needed it to level out.
Right.
Yeah.
And then it leveled out. And now I have some room on that bacon we've got a little much, or we want to do a little treat and run a special on it. We have the room now that we can do that with the price that we're at, which in my view is just ridiculous, but it's amazing bacon. It comes off of a heritage hog that's non-GMO, that was pastured. But I look at it and I'm like,
But if you go online and try to buy that same product from Joel Salatin or any of the other
for sure,
regenerative farmers that are doing what we're doing,
it's more than we're charging.
Our price is lower than theirs.
I know.
So it's
I know.
The product itself demands a premium.
Mm-hmm. But
it's hard to do that and be based in a small town rural area, right? So like we're still trying to manage the premium that the product demands because it literally is that expensive to make, and what you can sell in an area like this.
Yeah, rural, low economic levels of income, and we're just rural.
Yeah,
and it would be better if our store was in the nearest big town like Springfield, but all your costs go up if you do that.
Yep.
And we're an hour and a half away. And so there's trade-offs. So we're trying to figure it out. And so far it's still open.
And then the next question, do you have any analysis about what the numbers are saying about what should be cut? So that's what we're talking about tonight, really, is we are going through the numbers so that we don't leave you hanging. To answer you specifically, the worst look on the numbers right now for us are our sheep enterprise and our egg enterprise, the layer eggs. So right now, based on the calculations we did, eggs were almost to the dollar break even. Mm-hmm. Like break even meaning the cost of producing the egg to the revenue brought in from selling the egg. Like nothing with labor, I don't even know that I captured the egg cartons in that. So like,
thank goodness our customers bring them back.
Yeah. So we're real tight on the eggs. We get nothing out of them right now.
At the price that we currently have set, which is $6 a dozen. And for rural America, we're asking for more dollars than the, little farmer next door, asking two.
But we're feeding GMO-free food, and we raise them on pasture. So
I get that.
I know. I'm just saying, like, the cost is higher.
Yes.
So
they're worth every penny of that. We probably should be charging $10 a dozen, but I don't know how that would fly here.
It wouldn't.
But that's okay if we wash on that. That's okay on the eggs.
We sell a lot of eggs.
We sell a lot of eggs, and that's fine.
And it brings a lot of people into the store.
Right.
And some people come in just for eggs, and that's quite all right. And some people come in for eggs and leave with something else also. So that's all right as well. A lot of people call eggs their lost leader. I don't really like to think of it like that. I would like the eggs to pay for themselves at least,
Yeah, they do.
And we're about there. And then the sheep, that is on our list to talk about today. Actually, the first one on the list, because it's probably the most on our mind right now. The sheep, and sheep are hard for us. I don't know that they're hard for everybody, but boy, they are hard for us.
Yeah, they are.
And the numbers, it depends on how much we have to supplement the grass and hay for our sheep. And throughout the year, we have to supplement them at different times based on the amount of nutrition that is available for them out. And late lactation, we have to supplement them with feed. And there are times when we have to supplement, and the more we have to supplement, the less it makes sense from a...
Here's the thing. In order to get the cost for processing on sheep is pound for pound very high. Because you're going to get, let's just say on a 100-pound sheep, on a 100-pound lamb, you're going to bring into your freezer about 35 pounds of meat. And it costs $200 to have that thing processed, inspected, and vacuum sealed and all the things. And pound for pound, it just starts going up and up and up. And people wonder why lamb's so expensive. It's because the processors, and I understand why they do it, because even though it's a small carcass, it's still a carcass. It's still all the things that they have to do, and the hanging space and all the stuff. The same person standing there is required. All the same equipment. But it's so expensive when you're only getting so much meat back. To have a whole entire cow done, it's by the pound. So whatever the hanging weight is how we get charged. Not by the sheep. So if you take one in that didn't quite make the weight, and you get a little bit less meat, it all averages out, but the average is still high.
Yeah, and a cow ends up costing us about $1 per pound hanging weight, which ends up being about $2 per pound freezer weight, about that. But the sheep, you're paying $200 for 35 pounds of meat.
Yeah, it's a lot. And so when people ask, why is this so expensive? Well, I just want to say you don't have sheep. It's just expensive to get processed. And whatever the losses are, there's a high mortality rate with lambs, that way more than cows. I mean, lambs are just susceptible to death, and they are, and so are sheep. Especially here, there's a large amount of parasites in this area. So the barber pole worms and the bot flies and tapeworms and we have hair sheep, which are parasite resistant. That doesn't mean they're parasite proof. So they can handle them better. But when they're young and until they're an adult and really have their immune system kicking, they struggle. So you've either got to be deworming them or whatever manner of things that have to be done in order to get that thing to the finish line. And here to finish sheep, we have found it challenging. There are some people around here that don't find it as challenging as we do. I don't know why. Maybe they sell them sooner or I don't know. But that's the facts, and we're sitting here saying, I don't know if the value is worth the energy.
So we got them initially because of the symbiosis really with the cows, because the sheep will eat some things that the cows won't eat. So the idea was we would be able to graze them together on the pasture and get more out of the forage that's available. And so like that was the initial idea. Their manure has a little bit more nitrogen in it, so like it's good for the pasture. Like, you know, it was more of a pasture management decision to bring the sheep
Especially
on.
when we were early on here, that was really weedy.
Yeah.
It was really overgrown, and we needed animals to come start eating. And sheep will do that really, really well all the way to the dirt. And a lot of cattle farmers call sheep range maggots because they do tend to eat their mouths, the way their mouths are shaped and the way that they can eat a lot lower on the stem of the grass. And they will, if you leave them too long, they're going to go down way further than a cow can.
Which, depending on your grazing methods and theories, that would be considered total grazing, and some people do it. And if you have the time to allow that grass to recover,
it works great.
It works.
We used them for land clearing.
Oh yeah.
Got a piece of property that hadn't had anything on it in a very, very long time. We put the cows through it for about a month, and then we rotated the sheep, and we really pushed them and made them eat like everything.
And they did.
And that is now a grazable, large piece of acreage that is now proper grazing area where it wasn't before. So the sheep are they're valuable. I just don't know if where we are right now, if we're getting the value out of it that we would want to.
Yeah. So as I was doing the numbers, we need somewhere, depending on how much nutrition we're having to provide them in the form of feed, we need somewhere, 10 to 20 lambs processed every year at our current prices, current everything. We need to take 10 to 20 lambs to the processor, and we currently have 11 out there.
Well, ram lambs. We could process some of
we could process some ewes.
Some ewes that we just threw them in, and we just said, okay, just the boys.
Yeah.
So there are more out there that we could, but we just chose to just throw them out with the ewes.
Yeah, that's true. So we need to, we're right on the ragged edge, and that's a break-even point. That's not paying ourselves anything. Yeah. So, and I understand from a business perspective, you don't run a break-even business. Like I get that, but we're brand new. We're 4 years into farming, 5 years into farming. Mm-hmm. So we're still trying to get everything going, and we're right on the ragged edge from a dollars and cents perspective on the sheep enterprise. So we're sitting down, and like, to be honest, sheep die a lot, and we don't love them. Mm-mm. I don't hate them. Shelley hates them, I think. I don't hate them.
Hate them because they're actually easy. Really, they're not mean. They don't go crazy. They don't bite when you're trying to do something to them. They are cute for sure. The lambs are adorable. After dealing with enough, like during lambing season, when the little ones die, that's not fun. It just kind of gets your heart. And I just, maybe if there was more money on the back end of it, it would be like, we'll keep doing this. But since it's hard with the processing, maybe we need to sell them earlier and don't actually go all the way to a lamb chop. Maybe we need to just take them to the auction and get them, sell them out the door sooner instead of carrying them all the way to 100 pounds. Maybe we should sell them as 50-pound lambs at the livestock market. There's other decisions we can make, but when it comes down to it, if we don't like them and it's not bringing joy to your life, because we are retired trying to build a family farm, and if we don't like it, then hit the road, Jack.
So there's our sheep discussion, y'all.
Yeah. Do we have any questions about that?
Well, Carol, some more. We'll go through some more comments. Your thought process. I'm thinking about a pros and cons list for your banker categories, such as chicken, beef, etc. Is raising about 1,000 chickens too many? Is it keeping you up at night? Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing. You nailed it.
Yeah.
That's it.
And is it keeping us up at night? No. We both sleep. We're not there yet, but trying to decide the numbers, like how much chicken do we was 1,000, was 1,500 too much last year? I don't think so, but maybe we don't need to start growing them in March. Maybe we start growing them in August and do a fall batch. Do fall chickens rather than spring chickens. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're going to decide though. You can rest assured.
Angels Homestead says, I literally had to put a lock on my freezer so no one will steal my air-to-ground meat.
No, that's great. Yeah,
My
I don't
freezer's
know.
on my front porch enclosed because there's no room for it inside yet.
Oh,
Still
no.
remodeling.
Still remodeling.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. Anna says, Ox Farm Market in northeastern Pennsylvania barely made their egg costs. They keep it low to bring in customers. Sheridan Park Farms does the same.
Yeah, it's super common.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eggs are high labor, though. Really, you have to go check them twice a day, especially when it's freezy outside. And then, because we don't like to lose them to cracks when they freeze, they got to be washed. Just if they're not perfect, and they're in a retail store, not at a farmer's market. So there's a little bit of higher standard with the health department coming in. They could come in and do some checks. So we want to make sure everything's on point there. So it's kind of high labor.
Mm-hmm.
But look, we're big fans of an egg.
Yeah, we love eggs.
Yeah, we do. They're the perfect food, and we want to make sure that our community has good food. So that's a labor of love, I think.
Yeah. Jeannie says we buy our eggs from a local farmer for $5 a dozen. Mm-hmm. Return our cartons so they can reuse them.
Yeah, all of our
that's a huge help to
it
the
is.
farmer.
It's so huge. I noticed like all of our regulars are bringing their cartons back, and that just it really does help.
Awesome. Yeah. We actually bought some stickers and stuck on them that says, please return the
We
carton.
did. Yeah.
Because the stickers were way cheaper than the carton.
Because even retail in Missouri, you're allowed to reuse your cartons if they're clean.
Yep.
So if somebody, cracks an egg in it, now it's got to go. Yeah. But if it's clean, we're allowed to do that.
Anna asks a very important question, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like to eat lamb?
Yes.
Yes, Anna, we do.
Yes, we do. We like to eat lamb.
Yeah.
We don't eat lamb like we should.
No, but we 2 years ago, we processed 3 that were a little bit small to go to the processor because they were probably 75 pounds and would have cost that same $200 to have them processed.
Mm-hmm.
The 110 pound ones did. So we just processed them here on farm. And having that lamb in our freezer was really nice.
It was super nice and it was delicious.
Yeah.
And, all of our lamb is delicious because it is lamb. We process it before it's 65 days old.
Yeah.
Thus, it is actual lamb. A lot of the lamb meat that you buy at the grocery store in the United States, some of it is not true lamb. It's probably hogget or mutton, and they put a lamb label on it. Sheep are labeled as lamb. Yep. In this country. So it's hard to tell.
I took one mom that wasn't doing great. We took her to the processor and I told them that this is not lamb. This is mutton. She's whatever years old, and we got it back and the label said lamb.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Okay.
It's just, that's what they call, it's like pork in this country, basically.
For sure.
If it's a sheep.
Yes, we do. We enjoy it a lot. Having lived in a lot of other countries that eat lamb a lot more than we do, learned how to spice it up, learned how to make curries out of it and Greek food and stuff. We like it a lot.
Mary says, we had your chicken thighs last night in the air fryer. our go-to way of cooking them delicious.
Oh, good.
The first thing I noticed was the thin skin on them compared to the store-bought chicken thighs. And then she says, not complaining at all.
Oh, interesting. Cool.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Yeah.
We love the thighs too.
Yeah, we do. The thighs are like my favorite. They're
Yeah.
totally my favorite. I used to say I don't like chicken breasts. I just got sick of it. And the chicken breast you buy at the store is so crummy, it just like flicks. And this chicken breast, I was like, I'll try some of ours because we grow it different and all the whole thing. And I ate some. I'm like, oh, totally different. This stuff is amazing. I get why people come in and buy like pounds and pounds of chicken breast.
Yeah.
Because it's still amazing.
So Anna says, sounds like you've already made your decision. How are you getting rid of your sheep?
Oh,
We haven't actually made the decision.
yeah, it does sound like we have, though, doesn't it?
Currently on our little piece of papers with all of the different enterprises listed, the sheep does have a no on it as far as continuing, but we haven't made that decision yet. Like, we will...
He hasn't said to me, sell the sheep.
No. We will... If we decide that is where we're going, then we will probably list them on Craigslist and some of the
There are some Missouri hair sheep Facebook groups that people do a lot of like total flock dispersal type deals on. So I probably would go there first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then follow on from Anna saying, doing your own processing just for your family sounds like the way to go. How many ewes do you need to provide lambs for only your family? Somewhat half dozen, probably.
Yeah. Maybe.
Five or six, but we'd have to have a ram. So you add that in.
Yeah. Yeah, if you had 6 and 1 ram,
you'd end up with
that would be plenty.
8 or 9 lambs.
That would be plenty.
That would be plenty
for us.
And we've talked about that as well.
And I would if I had that, because we have dogs, I would probably just turn them loose. You just go where you want. It's all fenced mostly. Like you put them in an area and just be like, just go be happy. The dogs will keep them safe. Off you go.
Trish is calling you out.
We told you we're thinking out loud.
Trish is calling you out about taking them to the market. She
Oh.
says, if your goal is to provide meat for your community, do you really feel like taking lambs to the auction is achieving that goal?
No,
And
it's not.
Is that important? Is it an important difference to you?
Totally important difference. Thank you for bringing that up and bringing us back around. Keeping us honest,
we've
because
never taken anything to the market.
we have not
yet.
taken one thing to the market yet.
Doesn't mean we won't, but that is not the
Not
way
one.
we want to be doing things.
So far, everything that we have raised is either still on this property or has gone for food. The end. And you're right.
Yeah, it turns into a dollars and cents thing, and the discussion there with the market was, if we want the sheep on the farm, and it doesn't make financial sense for us to take them all the way to processing weight, would it still make financial sense to take them to the market at a smaller weight?
What if we want lamb in the store, because we do sell it, like what if we just had fewer?
And it brings us to the next section of our paper, which is partner farms.
Yes.
And last year we did augment our lamb production with lamb from 2 separate partner farms that were grass only. We went to both of their farms. We saw what they're raising them exactly like we do. And amazing people, amazing farms, and amazing lamb. So where we weren't able to produce as much as we needed last year, we augmented with a partner farm. And that remains a valid option for putting the meat in the store, either instead of us doing it,
right,
or
yeah,
to augment if we scaled back, we could still augment. There's a price, like where's that price point of, you have so few, you're never going to make up your money.
Well, if it was just for you, I meant,
Oh yeah. Fair.
We'll either, I know us well enough to say we'll either have sheep and grow lamb, or we will not have sheep and we will buy sheep from people who do for the store. We're probably not going to take any lambs to the auction. I just don't feel that in my heart that we'll do it.
Yeah.
Because watching those babies get off, I would literally rather take grown, ready to go, amazing food to the processor. And as bad as I used to feel about that, now it's like, man, you've lived your life. You had an amazing one. It's time to go do that thing that you were created for. And I can see me worry. I don't worry about that. I could see more. We take them to the auction, and now I'm just like, where are they go? Where are they even going?
Yeah.
Into what system? Maybe that's too many feels for farming, but we're about ethical food.
Right.
And so far, we have not put our livestock into the industrial food system. And that would be a beginning of that, I think, I guess. We told y'all we were going to think out loud. This is real.
Yeah. So, but the partner farms do remain an option.
They do.
There's, Angel's Homestead says, if you got to up the cost of buying lamb, I'll pay the extra.
Okay.
Thank you. The lamb is good.
The lamb is good.
I feel you. Uh-huh. Tricia says, could partner farms raise your baby lambs, or does that not generally make sense? They could. And we have sold, I don't know, we sold quite a few lambs this year, as like some of them as bottle babies, that for whatever reason.
Some of them as weaned lambs.
Some of them as weaned lambs. So we absolutely could do that. And actually, that idea, today we took some pigs to the processor that we did exactly that same thing with a partner farm that raised out pigs. They purchased our piglets.
Awesome local family.
Yeah, awesome. Like amazing family.
Yeah.
They purchased our piglets. They then raised them in their forest, feeding the same feed that we feed our pigs in our forest. And then when they were time to go to the processor,
we're buying them back for
we bought them
whole
back.
Pig price.
We bought them back, and now we take them to the processor and have them processed. So that is actually a way of doing things. Yes.
And then that pork will go be in the store. And, it's a known cost. It's kind of cool because we don't have any risk between the time it leaves our farm, goes to their farm. It's basically like backgrounding if you're in cows, goes to their farm, and then the store, if you will, buys the meat from them. Yeah. And has a package with our name on it.
And as long as,
it's just a little less labor and cost on us.
Both able, us as a farm and them as a farm, as long as we're both able to set the prices where it makes sense to continue doing it. Like it's a great partnership. I think especially for us being a small farm, like I think we've explored the limits on how far we can go, how much we can process. Like last year, we made too many hogs. It was just too much for us. So I think scale back on the amount of hogs that we produce this year on this farm, but we can still partner with other farms raising our piglets, feeding the same food we feed, and we've been to their farm, we've seen their process. Like I feel very comfortable then buying that back as a finished hog, and
100%
reducing our workload, but still producing amazing meat.
Right.
Which I think is
Yeah, I think it's going to work out. I hope it works out great.
Yeah.
We'll find out what the numbers are,
Yeah.
on
Well, yeah, in a couple of weeks, we'll know for sure.
profitability on doing it that way.
Yeah. Jeannie says marketing is a special skill for small farms if you want to maximize profits.
Yes. Yes, it is.
It is, Jeannie.
Yes, it is. There's a lot of education involved.
It was our 2025 focus, and I don't know if we cracked the surface.
No, we didn't. We made strides forward. We did go forward.
Yeah.
Getting our email marketing, our email campaign, doing more education. Obviously, we do this. This is part of it. And a lot of talking at the farmer's market, a lot like Rebecca at the store and at the farmer's market. She's constantly educating people and talking to them. We have to give food away sometimes because you have the skeptics that go, wow, I don't know.
We've taken out a couple of radio ads. We've taken out some local flyer ads. Like we're doing some things, and like
we're dabbling in advertising.
Yeah.
For marketing.
Yeah.
We don't want to just throw a whole bunch of money at a thing and then it not come back to us. So we're dabbling in it. People around town in our small town are certainly starting to recognize that it's there, what it is. The regulars coming back in, and we're working it. We're figuring it out. What do you put out there and what do you not?
Yeah. Is free marketing enough, or do you have to include paid marketing? If you include paid marketing, how do you know that you're getting it?
Yeah. So like we have this little free shopper thing and they came around, you want to put an ad in? Yeah, sure. Everybody else is doing it on the square. I'll do it too. So we put an ad in and then we did it for a few months and I don't know if it's working. So he was like, let's put a coupon on it and they got to bring it in and let's do that for a couple months and see if this money is worth the value. So on this next edition, there's a coupon going to be attached. It's not anything it's an incentive and it'll be fine. It's a 10% on $75 in store, but it's like the first coupon to kind of go in this little ad section. So we're going to try something new and see if it works and see if it comes back to us. And I think doing that sort of, we need some info back. We need data, coming back to us. Maybe it'll help.
Working and what's not. Susie Q says, have you thought about doing Saturday tours of the farm with your explanation of how you raise the animals for your local people?
We have done some tours. We worked with an organization called Little Farm Store here. They still sell our stuff. But when we first got started, they were also getting started. And basically what they are is they take products from local small farmers or growers, whatever they grow, and it's a delivery farmers market delivery service. You can get your farmers market products delivered to your door. So our products were on his website, and they sell it, and off it goes for a commission. And he was really promoting, and he would have some farm tours out here. He got us in a newspaper. As one of his partner farms. Yep. So we were a partner farm. What else? Rural Missouri. Yeah, magazine. They came out and did a thing on a tour. We have done that. We haven't done it in a while.
But we've done individual farm tours for anybody that's interested. Anytime someone has asked, we've said yes. And
I think we're to the place, and we dabble in things, but we wait until we feel like, okay, what we're doing now warrants that level of energy. Okay, I think now we could do maybe 3 Saturdays a year and do big farm tour day.
Actually market it.
Market it as a farm tour day and take people, show them, educate them, feed them a hot dog, kind of thing, and make it an actual event. And I think that would go well.
Yeah.
Around here.
Yep. Jeannie says there is a farmer in Iowa that didn't want to accept the price that the government was willing to pay. So they developed a marketing plan and ended up selling all their product for 3 times the profits.
Good for them.
Yeah, love it.
Man, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm. And then Anna says, I just looked at your website to see if you sell the raw fat from pigs and beef. Can you process the fat for lard and tallow in your kitchen to sell in the store?
If we had a commercial kitchen, we could. We do not have a commercial kitchen. So to render it ourselves, we can't sell it. We can sell it frozen for you to render.
Our processor will render the pork lard, but they can't put a USDA sticker on it. Like they don't sticker it.
Yeah, they won't put our label on it.
They won't put our label on it. They won't put a USDA sticker on it.
And I don't know why.
We can't sell it in the store. So
if we had a commercial kitchen,
if we had a commercial kitchen, we could do a whole lot of things.
Whole lot of things, but we don't currently. We've thought about it. We have.
We've looked at it.
We've looked at it, but we haven't gone there. But it would require that.
If we had a commercial kitchen, then we could render our fat, lard and tallow and all of that. We could make butter, we could make yogurt, we could cut up and serve chicken soup. I mean, like you can do all kinds of amazing, cool things.
Yeah.
Stocks and broths. And I mean, you do a lot with a commercial kitchen and somebody willing to stand there in that kitchen and do stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no.
Yeah. We're TikTok too.
Carol,
FYI.
I Want Chicken says, do you have brainstorming sessions with the whole family? Young folks have different opinions and clean food is so popular.
Yes. They have inputs all the time.
So the funny story there, y'all, is yesterday, Shelley and I were sitting there talking, going through our stuff. And Michaela, who is just turned 14, she walks in and she says...
she said, what are y'all doing? I said, well, we're sitting here talking about, all the planning and trying to decide. And we were actually talking about YouTube.
Yep.
And our plans for 26, what is our strategy? Are we going to keep doing it? All of these things. And she said, well, would you like a young imaginative mind or some input? We're like, absolutely. Bring your young imaginative mind in here. So she sat down. She asked us some questions.
And she gave us the same
adult
analytical answer we had already given ourselves.
Yeah. She goes, and she started talking to us like she was our therapist. And
it's like, thanks, I've got the adult analytics. You promised childhood imagination.
Childhood imagination did not come out of your mouth just now. And she starts, and we're like, okay, but you're right. They do. Yeah. They do have ideas, and they do. A lot of that keeps us going and keeps us trying new things.
Yeah. Jeannie says, I think you should get a commercial kitchen and sell more products for a bigger profit.
Yeah. There's one for sale right down the road. Okay.
Thank you for that input.
Yes.
Susie Q says, another suggestion is to talk to your local school teachers and get school kids out to the farm and explain things because they go home and tell their parents. That brings in people.
Yep.
We've thought about that. We've thought
4-H,
about 4-H, FFA. There's a lot of, especially in the FFA arena, a lot of kids that need to do farm work as part of their the course. So,
and I think I was viewing that more like, side projects and less like marketing. But if we looked at it more in the marketing line item over here.
Oh, so that kid says, I helped do that.
Right.
Mom, Dad.
Or, sometimes farmers will have day camps and kids will come out for a couple of half days and whatever you do at those. And
That
then
would-
they go home. Mom and dad now know where the thing is.
That might work like early summer when there's a lot going
Well, there's a
on.
lot going on. But
But yet it's not
But rather than
stupid
looking,
hot.
but instead of looking at it like you're
Free labor.
free labor,
It's free marketing.
it's free. It's good. It's just good marketing, local marketing. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So Anna says, how about a partnership with a commercial kitchen? What's the details on commercial kitchen for sale? So I think there is one church locally that will rent out their commercial kitchen. And if I understand I haven't looked into it all the way, but if I understand it correctly, you have to have the health department out at least the first time watching you do whatever it is you're doing in the kitchen. And then they certify you that you're now worthy of selling products that you would make in this kitchen.
You have to make sure you wash your hands enough. I mean, that's really it.
So we haven't pushed it much farther than that. So anyway, and then the details on the commercial kitchen for sale, there is it was a like convenience store, liquor store, restaurant,
Bait and tackle.
bait and tackle.
Place. It's
All
on,
of that. Not
Yeah, it was all
like
that.
all of those things.
Like, old man ran it for a long time, and it's for sale. He's getting older, and it's for sale.
And it has all new commercial kitchen equipment
Right.
in it and a very large walk-in cooler
Not freezer, cooler. That matters.
and a room with a lot of space that you could put chest freezers or build.
So like
a
we could
deep freeze.
purchase that piece of property. The thing is, it's not in town. It's probably
exactly
3 miles. It's 3 miles outside of town on a major highway on 5. But we could move meats because we have a store in town that we rent. So there's money, and we could buy that. There's a lot of potential there, a whole lot.
Yeah.
But that's just like, you're really like putting the throttle down at that point, saying like you're in it.
Well, yeah, somebody's working in that
Because
kitchen
right
all
now,
the time.
yeah, well, not just that, like you now owe the bank,
Now you have a
not
mortgage.
a
Yeah.
when you get tired, you just say, to your landlord, we're kind of done.
Yeah.
That's an in
Mm-hmm.
proposition that we're still, not we're in. We're trying to be calculated in how far in we go to make sure that, okay, this step was successful. This step was successful. That wasn't we don't want to get it way out over our skis
Right.
so much that the whole thing just fails because we were dumb. So, but we may be at that point and it keeps lowering the price. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
So that's that.
So Anna thinks that
Now we're
Susie-
just like putting it all out
yeah,
there.
right. Susie Q's suggestion about the school teachers is good. And then she says, yeah, renting a kitchen just for rendering fat would not really be feasible. And then Susie Q says, I don't know about your state, but I ran a church kitchen for years and we took health department classes in order to be certified to run the kitchen. Maybe your health department would offer classes, which is, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. So those are thoughts, y'all. Yeah, always something, isn't it? You guys are so helpful.
I know.
We're so glad that you're here, all
I
of
really
y'all.
do enjoy hanging out with you on
Yeah.
Monday nights.
And it makes us feel like, food's a community thing. We all get together and we eat. I mean, if we're going to get together, somebody better bring some food.
Okay.
And farming is the same way because you're growing food. And so, and the farming community is very strong in this country for the most part. So to have you guys out there who so many of you done it before, or you're in farming communities, or you've marketed, or you have backgrounds in how to get from, point A to point B with whatever idea it is. You guys are just such a wealth of information, and we can't tell you how much we appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're We're overtime.
We are over time. Hey guys, thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. We really appreciate it. Hope you're having a great new year. We will see you here next Monday, but then we're taking 2 off.
We'll see you next Monday.
Well, we'll see you next Monday. Till next time. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.